Welcome to the Elder Within podcast. I'm your host, Corinna Stoffel. Have you noticed we are living through a global transition? The old ways are falling away and something new is wanting to emerge. In the past, elders helped guide these moments. They offered steadiness, wisdom, and perspective. Today, that role has faded, and we can feel the absence. Many people are searching for quick fixes. We react, we resist, we try to rebuild without listening deeply. Being an elder isn't reactive, it's a way of being. In this podcast, we explore the qualities of an elder, not as concepts, but as lived experience. How we listen, how we see, how we walk in the world. Thank you for being here. Let's begin. Hello and welcome. Here we are again. This time a little bit later than I anticipated, but it took me some time to sit with the subject. So, to step into it, after the move to California, I am picking up podcasting again, as you know. I also am working on a book titled right now, Reimagining Elderhood. And the book is moving into the final stages. So I have been thinking about the business aspect of it all. Do I live stream at certain fixed times? Do I create an avatar for the book buyer? What do I offer around the subject of elderhood? There is a sense of resistance in my body when I go all business. And so I was sitting with that and asking questions, being present with it, something I talked about last week. And I realized it's not about working less, it's actually about working in a different way, in a way that nurtures me while also being productive. So, what's new? Again, I'm working from the space of elderhood. Is that even a possibility? I was wondering. I mean, you learn what it means to be productive, successful, everything. And in the last episode, I talked about being present with myself and how that feels in my body. And sitting with those questions, being present with my energy, with my body, there are certain things that I sensed, that predictability. I am podcasting on such and such a day of the week and at that time. It feels like a false promise. And if I look at where I have podcasting on my calendar and when I'm actually streaming this episode, there is a huge difference between those dates. Consistency. There is a sense of forcing something into a pattern that doesn't feel natural. I'm just noticing right now. And ideal client, that in a way collapses a 3D representation into 2D. So it left me a little bit with questions. Language seems to fail me often. And what I'm realizing is I am operating in a field that is larger than I currently have worked for. And who am I? It's, that question becomes or dissolves into a riddle that keeps changing because I am not consistently the same person throughout the day and throughout the week, the month, the year. I've changed, I'm different. So how does all that fit? To me, predictability is pre-planning. And for me, it's sort of like, yeah, pre-planning is good. I get intellectually, I get that. But what about exploring something that comes that is juicy, like this episode, you know? And we need more time to reflect on it. So needing that more time feels like inconsistency. So what if there is somewhere an awareness of right timing, that something is ready to be spoken about? The ideal client or the avatar is a description of the person who would get a lot out of what I'm offering. And yet it feels like I'm limiting that person into one profile. And yes, when talking about an ideal client, it's said that this is just for me to be able to focus on who is getting the most out of it, but I don't work that way. So what the heck do I do with creating an ideal client? Do I force myself into that? There are people with desires that they are not even aware of that they're having, that might be helped. And that's where language comes in. I am sensing the field and I can't describe it yet. In a way, it feels like the image that comes, like, go back to when the USA was beginning to be settled, and there were those scouts or wayfinders that walked into unknown territories, exploring it, trying to find the ways through areas, and then later coming back and showing other people, oh, this is how you can go through. I feel like that scout, I'm learning about language, I'm inventing potentially language. So, and somebody who is no longer valuing the intellect, over the energy. What do I do? I keep exploring, I guess. And so I have been wondering, what if from the space of elderhood, business is no longer something that I do for outcomes? It's more like creating, building, maintaining a relationship with the listener. And that relationship probably is only sustainable if it's a true relationship. I have been curious, what is the driver? Is it the intellect or a felt sense? Is it organization or orienting towards something that feels important to me? So I've become aware that from the outside, it may look like less output, fewer promises, a looser structure. But how does it look from the inside? It involves a deeper listening, a slower pace, consequential decisions, and an energetic responsibility. What are the guiding principles if I look at work from the space of elderhood? Consistency or coherence? Scalability or intimacy? Predictability or presence? And I'm aware it's not about working less. I feel I do work a lot. Maybe it's about no longer letting only the intellect run the show. Not that the intellect doesn't have its place. And let me be very clear. This intellect was priced real estate in my 20s and 30s. But what if the body knows when the timing is right? The intellect may not be aware of that. And I can absolutely get the logic of something, behind something or underneath something. Yet, what if it doesn't feel alive or nurturing? Does it end the question? Is this what wants to move through me right now? Is this a time, the right timing to talk about it? Is this something to put out? Or am I just somewhere in the desert, so to speak, that I'm not sure what to do? And intellect without an aliveness is correct, is logical, but it's also slightly hollow and not mentally satisfying. The felt sense, there is an inner knowing that doesn't have to justify itself. I simply withdraw into myself when the timing isn't right. And as an elder, I'm learning to chase. I have to be out there. I have to do this. I have to follow all those rules. And not also to find either an explanation or a justification for it. And not make it an issue of, oh, my mindset is wrong. I don't have the right mindset for business. Do I? Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. I don't know. What if, when the aliveness isn't there, the fruit, so to speak, what I'm talking about isn't ripe yet? It still needs a little bit of extra time. And having said all of this, I really want to stress that those are explorations that I am doing, questions I'm sitting with, but I don't have an explanation or a conclusion. And I wonder, do you, the listener, have any thoughts about it? And I would really appreciate if you left a comment. And that way I can get additional angles. It's not just the angle of me that I'm sitting with. I could hear what somebody else is thinking about what I said. Be with that. Be present with it. Take it in and let it inform me. So I really would appreciate if you would leave a comment and let me know what you're thinking about this episode. Until the next episode, maybe in a week, maybe less, maybe more, whatever it is, I'll see. Thank you for listening. Let's walk this path together. Until next week.